Well, you join me here today on a canal fishing for perch, and the lure choice is, well, you've probably all heard of the Slick Shad. Now the one I'm using today is the new addition, or the latest addition to the range, which is the 7cm. It's an exciting lure, lovely slim body profile, and hopefully, well, I mean, I have had some good success on this lure through the year, which I'm sure some of you have as well. But if you haven't ever seen it, today we're going to talk through the characteristics of the lure, why it's so successful, and tips and tricks of how to use the air efficiently to catch you some more fish. The Slick Shad is such a diverse lure as well. It can catch you all kinds of fish and sizes. That's proven here with this little fella. Certainly aren't scared of nailing a small young perch imitation. Let's pop this one back. And hopefully catch a few more. Well, today hasn't been easy so far. You know, quite strong winds and heavy downpour, so we've been sort of skipping from bridge to bridge taking cover. But at the same time, under the bridge is obviously where you would tend to find perch as well, so it's been quite a good thing we've come to this bridge, and like I say, I've just had a little fish and a few of the little taps. So I think we've found some fish now, so it's just a case of finding exactly what they want, you know, whether it's the retrieve or the pattern, so they can tune in. We can hopefully get some more fish and a few more action. So at the moment I'm working the, just missed one. I'm working the lure quite slow. Literally just half a turn of the handle, just keep mixing it up. Full turn, quarter turn. I'm working that lure really close to the bottom, because with it, given the depths and the temperatures, I'm suspecting the fish are going to be quite hard on the bottom. I mean, this sort of lure, you can fish it in so many different ways, whether it's, as I've got it rigged now, on a 5 gram jig head, or you can fish it on the drop shot. Such a versatile little lure. And because of the slim body profile, it goes into the back of a perch's mouth pretty quick, you know. It's like a piece of spaghetti to us. After a few more casts on that last fish, could have a couple of little nibbles, and I think they're just taking back of the lure. So what I've decided to do is to switch over to the drop shot. Now the reason for this is that I'm actually going to work the lure just above the canal bed, but I'm going to work it a lot slower, because I think that's what they need. I think I'm just working that jig a little bit too fast, and with the wind I need a heavier jig so I can feel it. So I think this is going to be the next best option, and we'll see how it goes. I'm sure you've all seen the drop shot weights before, but if those who haven't, just slide your line through there, slide up to the desired length, just pull your line, which locks it in a specially designed clip on top of the drop shot weight, and that's good to go. So we've been fishing pretty hard for the past 15 minutes. Like I say, I had a couple of little knocks, but we just couldn't seem to get the fish. And we've been under the bridge as well. Light conditions aren't so great today. I mean, it's overcast, it's absolutely pelting it down with rain. So I thought I'd switch it over to the UV range. Now the good thing about the UV is that in low light conditions like this, it gives these little fellas a bigger advantage of seeing the lure. So as we've been walking down this towpath here, I just heard some water trickling. I just noticed there's a pipe on that far bank there. Now, most of the time you might just walk past that and think nothing of it, but areas like that are obviously creating oxygen in the water, which obviously in turn will attract prey, as well attracting the predators. So it's always good to, when you see things like that, stop, just have 5 minutes, take a few casts. You just never know, you could just get that odd bonus fish as you're walking back. So as you can see now, I've switched over to the Texas rig. And the reason for this is that when you cast a Texas rig out, when it falls naturally through the water, this back end becomes a lot lighter and flutters down a lot more natural. And when it rests on the bottom, you'll always tend to find that the lure itself will sort of sit up like that and find like a neutral buoyancy, and it'll slowly collapse down, and it looks like an injured prey fish on its last legs. It's always worth to keep swapping and changing, and hopefully it'll bring a few fish, but we'll see how it goes. Like I say, I'll give it a go for 5 minutes round here, and then we'll continue on to the next spot we was originally going to. So another key feature of the 7cm Slick Shad is the slits on the top and the bottom, and the main reason for this is it allows you to hook it weedlessly. So this rig, it's called a Texas rig, and it allows me to bury that hook in there so I can get across any sort of debris or anything like that. But as soon as a fish comes in, slight pressure on the middle of the body, because the lure is so supple, and it exposes that hook, and it's there ready for you to set it home. That's another key feature of the Slick Shad. It's not much of a fight, but just shows you a bit of perseverance. On the Slick Shad, on the Texas rig, it's well hooked. Done the deed. A few washed out colours, which is expected in this colour water in a canal. Stripes are too predominant when it's like this, but nonetheless a lovely fish on a tough day. Get this one back, see what happens. It's important just to let them rest with it being so cold as well. Now we'll go through a bit more closely, more detail, the body profile of the Slick Shad. As you can see, it's a lovely slender shape with a thin wrist and a paddle tail. This allows this lure to move very realistically whilst you're fishing vertically, whether it's on a drop shot or just from a boat, but also it's designed for fish at quite high speeds as well, a fast retrieve. It does this by having a lovely slim body, quite aerodynamic. The water catches the paddle tail and really sends them vibrations through the water. The added strike point eyes just gives the perch or the pike, whichever size you use in the range, more of a target to home into, and obviously that's where your hook's going to be, gives you better hooking potential as well. Slick Shads come in a large range of colours as well. That's one added bonus with this lure. It goes from the ultra UV patterns to a really high bright patterns like the lemon tiger and the pink candy, and also to the natural patterns like the dark oil and the perch. Good thing about having so many different variants, and when you buy the handy packs, is that you can buy the handy pack, find out what works for you, which lure you prefer the best, and then create your own collection given the spots that you choose to fish. Well, it's been a tough day. We've tried everything, you know, from this morning where we started. Torrential rain, high winds, bitterly cold winds as well, numb fingers, you know, the general winter perch fishing scenario. But we've plodded on, and the Slick Shads have definitely proved them worthy by going through the variety of colours, changing the techniques, different tactics. It certainly paid off. We managed a handful of fish. A few small wasps, but given the conditions and what we've had to put up with, can't really grumble really. So yeah, all I can really say is give them a try. You know, they've worked today on relatively tough conditions. I imagine on the right day, I've used them in the past and they're absolutely fantastic. You know, they're definitely a lure not to ignore in your box. Just give them a go and hopefully be able to put a few more fish on the bank.